Welcome to the land of Nubia, where the sands of time hide the remnants of one of the most powerful kingdoms in African history, Ancient Kush. For nearly 1,000 years, the Kingdom of Kush thrived as a beacon of power, culture, and influence. From its rise along the fertile banks of the Nile to its dominance as a rival to ancient Egypt, and finally, its mysterious fall into obscurity, Kush tells a story of resilience, ingenuity, and grandeur. Today, we'll uncover the rise and fall of Ancient Kush and reveal why this forgotten empire deserves its place in world history. Thus, as we embark on a journey through time, filled with fascinating stories, epic battles, and cultural marvels. Kush begins around 2400 BCE in Nubia, a region that stretched along the Nile River in what is now Sudan. Nubia was not just sand and stone, it was a land of immense natural wealth. Gold mines, iron deposits, and fertile soil gave Kush its foundation for prosperity. At the heart of this kingdom was Kerma, one of the earliest urban centers in Africa. To the north, basked in its own glory, Kerma grew into a bustling city-state with monumental architecture and a thriving trade network. Traded gold, ivory, and ebony with Egypt and even with cultures as far away as Mesopotamia. Cultural identity was distinct but deeply intertwined with its powerful neighbor, Egypt. For centuries, the two civilizations were rivals, trading partners and occasional enemies. But despite Egyptian dominance during the Old and Middle Kingdoms, Kush's early rise showed that this land was more than just a shadow of Egypt. It was a force to be reckoned with. If Egypt was the elder sibling basking in the spotlight, Kush was the ambitious younger sibling, quietly building its own legacy in the shadows. Century BCE marked a turning point in Kushite history, the rise of the Napatan period. By this time, Egypt had weakened, and Kush seized the opportunity to assert itself. Located near the fourth cataract of the Nile, became the center of a new, unified Kushite kingdom. It was during this time that the Kushite kings launched their most ambitious campaign, to conquer Egypt itself. In 747 BCE, King Pi led an army northward and achieved what seemed impossible. Kushites not only conquered Egypt, but established the 25th dynasty, known as the Kushite pharaohs, including the famous Taharqa, governed both Kush and Egypt, uniting the two lands under one rule. They rebuilt temples, revived Egyptian art and culture, and emphasized the worship of the god Amun. Taharqa even helped fend off the Assyrian invasion, cementing his legacy as one of Africa's great warrior kings. But the triumph of the Kushite pharaohs wouldn't last forever. A new threat loomed on the horizon, one that would test Kush's resilience and redefine its identity. In control of Egypt in the 7th century BCE, the Kushite kingdom retreated south to its heartland, establishing a new capital in Meroë. Represented Kush's golden age of conquest, Meroë symbolized its golden age of innovation. Meroë, often called the Birmingham of Africa, became a hub of industry. Mastered iron smelting, producing tools and weapons that fueled both their economy and military. Its location along major trade routes allowed Meroë to connect with the Mediterranean world, Arabia, and sub-Saharan Africa. Perhaps the most striking aspect of Meroë was its architecture. The Kushites built hundreds of pyramids here, smaller than those in Egypt, but no less impressive. These structures, along with their hieroglyphic script and artwork, showcased a blend of indigenous African traditions and Egyptian influence. It was the heart of Kush. Meroë was its beating drum, a vibrant city pulsing with energy and ambition. Despite its ingenuity and resilience, Kush could not escape the forces of time and change. By the 3rd century CE, the kingdom faced several challenges. Environmental degradation, possibly caused by overfarming and deforestation, strained its resources. Trade routes shifted, reducing Meroë's economic influence. Meanwhile, a new power was rising to the southeast, the kingdom of Aksum. The Aksumites, armed with a powerful military and strong trade connections, launched attacks on Kush in the 4th century CE. Zana, Aksum conquered Meroë, signaling the end of Kush as a political power. But Kush's fall wasn't just a story of defeat, it was a transformation. Kush lived on through its art, culture, and the influence it had on neighboring civilizations. While Aksum may have conquered Meroë, the story of Kush remains a testament to human resilience, ingenuity, and the enduring spirit of African history. Today, the ruins of Kush, its pyramids, temples, and artifacts, stand as silent witnesses to its greatness. Though often overshadowed by Egypt in history books, Kush was a civilization that shaped the destiny of Africa and beyond. So, why is Kush important today? Because its story reminds us that Africa was not just the cradle of humanity, but also the cradle of civilizations, full of complexity, innovation, and resilience. If you've enjoyed this journey through ancient Kush, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. What part of Kush's story stood out to you the most? We'd love to hear your take.